Piece of advice that I want to give you guys that I feel like is just very valuable to have.
This is as good as it's gonna get just based off the containers that I have.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. So today has been a deep cleaning day around the apartment. We had a pretty crazy weekend this last weekend. We went to Puerto Peñasco. Eric and David were in town, which was so much fun. And so we were just kind of in and out the apartment. And so I did some deep cleaning and I've made it to my bathroom. And I'm about to get down and organize and go through my products. Actually gonna wash my brushes, so I'm gonna take this out. This doesn't even have any, but I'm keeping it till it's completely out. So I want to show you guys everything that I've been using, what's worked, what hasn't worked, my favorites, my non-favorites. And I've really been looking for products that are more cost-friendly because makeup and skincare is just can be so expensive, and I feel like there's such good dupes out there, and I feel like some products are not even worth buying. So I just want to give you guys my honest opinion about everything that I have, go through my stuff, organize. So before we jump into it, I want to tell you guys about my skin. So I have pretty oily skin, but since we moved to Arizona, my skin has been pretty dry. We did notice that the water when we shower dries out our skin super bad. So I feel like my skin lately has been a little dry, so I've been trying to moisturize it a little bit more, but that's my skin type. It's pretty oily, and when it comes down to makeup, I'm not a full glam person. I like it just very simple, very natural. I like to enhance my face a little bit, but to do a full glam, like, it has to be like a special event, and I am more of a dewy look versus a very matte finish. I love matte finishes for like going out or doing full glams, but that's just my preference when it comes down to how I do my makeup. All right, first thing, let's go ahead and wash my brushes because it's been quite some time. It's probably been since we moved that I have not washed them, and my sponges need some washing, so let's go ahead and do that. So this is everything that I'm going to use. I'm gonna dip the brushes and the sponges in here with water and some of this makeup brush and sponge shampoo, and then once they've sat for a little bit, I'm gonna move to the sink and scrub them with jabón sote. Get yourself some sote, and then the little rubbery thing to brush the brushes against. Okay, these are all the brushes and sponges we're gonna wash. So gross. It's been a while, honestly, not too long, but time to clean these up. So I'm just soaking them for now. I'm not gonna wash them. I'm just gonna let them soak for like 15 minutes and then we'll come back and check on them. For the brushes, I don't like to get the wood part wet because I've done that in the past and they start to crack, so I just rather avoid that. So I'm gonna put them in this cup. All right, now I'm gonna go in and start washing these brushes. Let's start at the very top of the chain, which is skincare. A piece of advice that I want to give you guys that I feel like is just very valuable to have is to, when possible and if possible, get sample size or the travel size of the product that you want to try. I did a declutter a couple years ago and I threw away so many full-size things that just didn't work for me because I had them for too long, or even stuff like had expired because I just never really fully used it, and I just at that time realized how much money I was throwing away. So for the last like year or two, I've been buying travel size items, or I do try to get samples. I know sometimes the samples are really small, so sometimes it is kind of worth just buying the bigger product because you need time to know if you're gonna like it. But when possible, really do try to get travel size items. I think it's worth it because then you know if you like it. If you like it, you go and get the full size item, and if you don't, then you don't ever buy it again. And another thing actually that I just now remember is always try to buy the travel kits, or not the travel kits, but like the kits that they have. Like if you're looking for a moisturizer from, let's say, Good Molecules, and you find a kit that has a moisturizer, maybe it's in travel size but it has other products, I feel like that's sometimes worth it because sometimes you need the other products or you're just browsing. So I have been buying more kits lately, but that's my advice. Let's start now with skincare. So because I don't wear super heavy makeup, I don't feel like I need to have like a really good makeup remover for my face. I really just care about my mascara because that's what's hardest for me to remove. So I just use this oil-free makeup remover from Target. It's cheap, it's affordable, it's worked for me. So that's what I start off when I'm trying to take off my makeup, is I go in with this. Then I'll go in with my just daily cleanser, which is from La Roche-Posay, which I really like. Between this one and the CeraVe one, I'll put it right here, I think they're the same exact product. I'm not sure which one's cheaper than the other one, but they're like the same product. I've had this one for a few months now. I made a vlog when I bought this one and I've had it and it's lasted me. I've took it to Mexico. It's came with me if I've traveled. I do recommend it. This one is for normal to oily skin. This brand in general I think is really good. You guys should check it out. I have a couple products I'll share from them with you guys, but this is a good brand. I would definitely say put it on your list to check out if you haven't. And then depending if, sometimes I'll do 1 or 2 cleanses with that one, or I'll do one of those, and then I'll go in with the Tatcha, the rice wash. This one, the reason why I got this one is because I tried a mask from this like line from this one, the purple one, and I really liked it. And I was using the deep cleanse before, the blue one, and I really liked it. My problem with this brand is that it's freaking expensive. Like, it's so expensive, you guys, but I do really like it. And I guess to me it just balances out that I have like the expensive one, or an expensive wash, and then a cheaper wash that I use more. This one I'll probably use it like every other day, or maybe twice a week. It's not an everyday use for me just because it's really expensive and I'm trying to conserve as much as I can. Now for exfoliators, another brand that I really love is Paula's Choice. I've been using this exfoliant for a couple years now. I want to say like 2 maybe. For this one I got 2 travel size of the exfoliants before I got the big one, because I think it was just around the holidays and it was cheaper, and then I finally got a big one. But I really love it. I feel with this one it feels pretty light on my skin, and her brand in general I feel like is just pretty good. It's pricey, that's another thing, it's a pricey brand, but for exfoliants, if you're looking for something on the cheaper side, I do use this Ordinary peeling solution. I was like choking on my words right now, but this is way more affordable than, you know, buying yourself something like Paula's Choice. This one I'll probably use like once a week, and then I'll use my Paula's Choice for the other days. The Ordinary is a really good brand too. It's a brand that's more on the affordable side, and like I mentioned earlier, I really am trying to have this balance between expensive and not expensive items, because it can just really add up at the end of the day. Like right now I am running on E on a lot of things, but I am barely gonna start working this upcoming month, and so I just haven't been able to restock, or I've been looking for stuff that's more affordable. To be real with you guys, I just started my skincare probably like 4 years ago. I know that sounds freaking terrible, but before that I would use like the crappiest shit to like wash my face, and I would just use like regular lotion. Like, skincare was not a thing for me until like the pandemic hit. That's when I kind of really started to pay attention more, started to pay attention to what I was putting in my skin, all that stuff, because I just really wasn't. And at that time I was like, oh my god, like I'm starting to age, or you know, you just get older and you're just like, oh my god. So ever since then I've been invested in skincare, and I've been just trying things and seeing what works. So if you're watching this and you don't have a skincare routine, get a skincare routine. It doesn't matter what age you are. If you're 15, 18, 25, 30, 40. If you don't have one, you should start one, because having a skincare, I think it's so essential to your body and your skin and everything. So this is your sign to get on a skincare routine. Okay, moving on to like the next step in skincare, which is usually like a toner. So I don't really use toners. I used toners like the first year that I started to do skincare, and I felt like it just dried my skin out so much, and then I just stopped, and then I kind of got back into it now. And I got back into it because for my birthday last year, the Glow recipe was they had a little like kit thing in their birthday gift at Sephora, so I got it. And so the toner was one that that came with it, and to be honest with you guys, it has too much fragrance for me. I feel like it's way too strong. It smells too much like watermelon. If it's going on my face, I'd rather have it be fragrance free than to have it be really smelly. And I've seen the pricing for this brand, and it's freaking expensive, and I just don't think it's the shit. Like I don't know why people buy this. I think it's really expensive. It works. If it works for you, it works for you. I'm using the toner right now because, you know, I got it for my as a gift, so I'm trying to use it all up. But an alternative to that super expensive one is the Good Molecules brightening toner, and this is what it looks like. This is one of the things that came in my 4-pack. So it was this, a hyaluronic acid, a moisturizer, and an eye cream for $24. And look at the sizing of this compared to this. I think this still ends up being a little bit more than this probably, even though this is the sample size or the small size. So I'm excited to start using the Good Molecule one. Good Molecules is really, really affordable, you guys. I would start there if you guys are looking to get into skincare, or if you're looking to replace really expensive products for more cost-friendly ones. I would head to check out the Good Molecules because they have some really good stuff. So I'm excited to try their toner. It's like brand new. I'm not gonna open it until I finish the one from the Glow recipe. All right, next up is serums. So hyaluronic acid. I was using the water cream by Laneige. I'm gonna put it right here because I no longer have it, but that's the one that I was using for a really, really long time. This bottle I think is between $30 and $40, and because I did like to use a lot of it because it really left me moisturized, I would need a new one maybe like once a month, and that thing was just like getting really expensive for me. So I decided to cut that one. I loved it. If you can afford it, go get it, but it just wasn't starting to work out for me financially. So like my skincare was just starting to add up to way too much. So I cut that one, and I've been in search of a new one. And so like I told you guys, I saw the 4-pack at Ulta for the Good Molecules, and this is one of the products that came in there. This is a full size, you guys. And honestly, this is so good. Like I really only end up using like half of this because it's such a thick consistency, and a little goes a long ways. Again, it's Good Molecules, very affordable. All right, this one I loved when I got the travel size, but then I bought the full size and I was like, worst like $60 I could have spent in my life. It's the Youth to the People 15% vitamin C and the energy serum. So when I tried the little sample size one that I selected with like my points, it worked great. I felt like it was giving like my face something, especially in the mornings. But then I got the full size one, and I was just like, what is it doing? Like, I don't feel like it's doing a whole lot to me. And for $60, you guys, I was like, oh, what the fuck? I remember this one. Alejandro, if you're watching this, you gave me, I think for my birthday, you gave me a gift card to Sephora. And that's what I got. I was so excited because I was like, oh my god, I can afford like the big one now. And I got this, and I really liked it. But then I think after I came back from Mexico the last time, I was just kind of like, I don't know that I would get it again. I'm almost out. And I was like, okay, I need to find an alternative to vitamin C because it does have a little bit of vitamin C. And so I found an alternative, which is the One Ink. So this is the one that I'm replacing Youth to the People with. It's 15% vitamin C and EGF serum. It helps intensively brighten. I don't know what the EGF serum is, but this thing I think was like $17 compared to $60. And this is one fluid ounce, and this is 1 fluid ounce. They're both 1 fluid ounce. And for some reason, I feel like there's more in this one than there's in this one. So yeah, I'll be exploring more of their products because I really like this one and it's another affordable brand. I feel like I can really compare this one to the Good Molecules, and I think they're both just really good. So when I ruptured my Achilles, Nia had got me a overnight cream from Trader Joe's. It was a pumpkin one. I don't know if you guys, any of you ever tried it, but there was this pumpkin one that came like in an orange container, and that one worked so good for me, you guys. In the nighttime I would put it, and in the morning I would wake up and I would like still feel it. Okay, my camera got too hot, and then I let it cool down, and then I tried to record and it said I was out of memory, so I switched my memory card. Point is, I don't know what I last said, but I know I was on this product. Trader Joe's has some really good, cheap moisturizing creams there. If you guys ever go, definitely check out their skincare aisle. I feel like they have some good stuff in there, so put Trader Joe's skincare on your list if you haven't already. Moving on to moisturizers and sunscreens. A moisturizer that I was really into for a minute, and I'll probably get it again once I can afford it, but it's this one right here. It's It Cosmetics. You guys, this one is like, it just leaves your skin like butter, and you really do feel like the moisture deep in like your skin. I don't know how to explain it, but I just loved it. It's anti-aging too, which is great for people that are getting older like me. Okay, I'm not getting that old, but still. Yeah, this is a really good one. Another one that I recently tried that I'm just like obsessed with, and I'm gonna go buy it as soon as I can, is the Kiehl's. It's this one right here, the night one. Bomb, you guys. Like, you slap that thing on and the next day you wake up like with your face still buttered, just like the Trader Joe's ones that I was telling you guys about. We also tried this face mask with Nia, and bomb, shit was like fire. So those two I want to buy from Kiehl's, and then I want to buy the It Cosmetics one again. The problem with those two is that they're freaking expensive, so I'm gonna have to pick and choose one or the other. I really think I'm gonna go with Kiehl's now, and then probably bring that anti-aging one later in the year. But those creams are just some great creams that I've tried and I would definitely recommend. All right, sunscreens. This one, I just wouldn't even waste your money on this product. I just don't really trust it. I don't really like it. I've used it, it doesn't work for me. It's been sitting in my drawer because there's still a lot of it left, so we're just trying to use it when we can, like just to overuse. Another one that I would not recommend is the Sun Goop. I don't know, I just feel like shit's so fucking expensive and it does nothing to your skin. I went to Cancun one time with the Sun Goop, and I just felt like my face got so burnt, and I was like, it's supposed to take care of my skin. So I cut Sun Balm and I cut Sun Goop from my list because they're just too expensive and they don't really work for me. I do have this La Roche-Posay product. It's 70 SPF, and it helps reduce visible signs of sun damage, and I love this one. One thing about it though is that it's pretty oily, so when I wear it I have to let it sit for like a long time before I proceed to do makeup because it's just so oily. But I love that it's SPF 70 and that it helps reduce signs of sun damage. Recommend. I'll put a link in the description of all these products through Amazon so I can show you guys. This is what I'm using right now. Another La Roche-Posay product. This is all beat up. I cut it because I barely have any more, but I love this one. This one was an SPF and face moisturizer. And because my skin is so dry right now that I'm in Arizona, I feel like this would do me really good, but I'm almost out, so I'm gonna go buy more of this. I just got the Korean one. I did a vlog when I had just got it. I will tell you guys that it's a really lightweight SPF. I do like it. I've been using it. I've been alternating because right now I just have products that, like these two, like this one's almost out, so I want to finish it. This one also same, so I've just been using my other products while I finish it up. But I do recommend this one too. It's more cost friendly than the other ones that I've mentioned, and you can get this on like Amazon. Another moisturizer, I don't know if I like it because it's lightweight and it says it's lightweight, but it's just too lightweight for me. Like right now I need all the moisturizer in the world because like I mentioned, it's just been my skin's been getting so dry. But if you have super oily skin and you just want something super light, I would recommend, and it's good molecules. Oh yeah, before we move on, eye cream. I stopped using eye cream, you guys. I'll show you guys the eye creams that I had. I had this orange one, and then I had this one from Tatcha. Both super freaking expensive, and I feel like they weren't making a difference to my eyes. I just felt like whatever I had going on, like my under eyes at the time, was just probably like severe stress, not sleeping. I feel like all the serums that I put in my face, I kind of try to go under my eyes so that it soaks it in there too. And so I really stopped using eye creams. Maybe, I think it was like last summer or last spring, because I was using the Tatcha one and it was just so freaking expensive. That thing is like $60 to $70, I think. And I was like, no, I can't keep using it. But I got this one in that 4-pack from the Good Molecules. It's Yerba Mate. And honestly, like, it's pretty okay. A little goes a long ways. When I opened it, a bunch came out and I put it and it was just too much. Feels pretty refreshing. I'll probably keep using this like off and on to see if I see any differences under my eye, but this one's like good if you are looking for an affordable eye cream.
All right, this is as good as it's gonna get just based off the containers that I have, but it's much more organized than what it was. I have all my serums there, and then more over here, and then I have my moisturizers and SPF.
Okay, moving on to makeup. So the 2 primers that I use right now, and I don't always use primers. I feel like my skincare is good enough to not have to use a primer, so I don't really use them unless I'm like going out and I know I'm gonna be out all night, or I'm just gonna be out for hours and I'm gonna do my makeup. But the Milk Hydro Primer is so bomb, you guys. I love the texture that it leaves on your skin. And they say that it's like one of the best water-based primers to use, but they also say that the dupe to this is the e.l.f. one, the e.l.f. primer that I'm putting here for you guys. And I asked my friend actually has that one, and I asked her if she loved it, and she said she did, but that she wanted to try this one. And I was like, dude, if you love it, I don't think you should switch, because this one's just more expensive because of the name probably. This one came in like a little, I bought it with like my reward points at Sephora too. And since I use the Fenty tint, I figured it would go well, and it does. It works great. It's really expensive. Again, I don't really use primers, and I feel like I'm good with this Milk one, or I'll get the e.l.f. one if I really do need a primer. But I like the Fenty one. It's just a little too expensive for me. I'm still figuring out what is water-based and what is silicone-based. So once I start shopping for more makeup products like foundations and primers and all that, I am going to be looking into that a little bit more, just to make sure I'm matching up silicone to silicone and water-based to water-based. Now for my concealers, so I was using the Rare Beauty concealer, and my color was 200C. But this one day I was editing a video for you guys, and I freaking saw how like orange it looked, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that's my color anymore. So I stopped using this one, but I did like it. And I feel like her line is more affordable than other lines out there. So I went to NYX and I was like, all right, NYX, let me try the Can't Stop, Won't Stop one. This one. And I think I got the wrong color. It just didn't look good on me, so I didn't use it. And I think when I put it on, it was a little too dry. So it's just been sitting there in my drawer. I'll probably use it at some point. I just don't know when or how. My go-to right now has been the Rare Beauty Light to Medium Under Eye Brightener. I feel like for me at least, it works great as a concealer. It leaves my skin pretty bright. I'm actually wearing it right now, so I'll tell you guys what I'm wearing. I'm wearing this under my eyes, and around just like right here, right here, right here a little bit, right here. And I really like this one. I feel like this is gonna be my go-to until I can find one to replace it, but I'm not looking for one to replace it right now. So I really, really like this one. I think it was like 20 bucks. Again, her line is like, okay, you know, for being Selena Gomez, or just for being a celebrity line. All right, so my foundation, because it's not even a foundation, it's a skin tint, is the Fenty Ease Drop. I've been using this one, I think, for like about a year now, and I really like it. It's really light on my skin. I don't use like full coverage foundations. I probably will start using them once I start like getting ready a little bit more, or just need a full glam, like if I'm gonna be going out. But this has been working great for me. If I want to add coverage, I usually just put on a little bit more, but this has been just my go-to. I love this one. I think this is like my second bottle that I have, and this one I did do like the sample testing like I was telling you guys about. I did have Estee Lauder before this. I had her Skin Tint SPF, but I don't know if it's because I just was using it for like too long that I just started to hate the product. I hated the consistency of the tint. It just wasn't like for me. I tried the It Cosmetics. I know a lot of people love the It Cosmetics one, but again, it just didn't really work for me, and I've just been loving this Fenty one. So yeah, before I forget and before I move on, I did buy the Sunshine Drops from Drunk Elephant, and they were just a big no for me. One, they're freaking expensive, like super expensive. I can't believe people are hyping up this brand so much, because I've actually like seen not so great reviews on it. But one, they're freaking expensive. This is a product I'm talking about, but they're so expensive, and when I put it on, it made my face look so dark compared to the rest of my body. I definitely feel like it's a product for girlies that tan, for girlies that live out like in the beach in Miami that are always super tan. It's, I think, a great product for those type of girlies, but not for me. Like, it's way too dark for me. And again, I just felt like, what was it, like 40 something for this thing? Like, I'm good, like no thanks. I think there's dupes out there for this one. I'll probably try a dupe, but it just was a really big no for me. I wish I would have took a picture when I tried it. Like, my face just looks so bronzed compared to the rest of my body. It just really wasn't for me. Moving on to bronzers. So I had got the Rare Beauty contour stick because I had never tried a contour stick, and I was just like really excited to try it. And I was using this for a while until, I don't know, one day I just didn't like it anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if it was a shade, I don't know, but I just did not like it anymore. So it's just been sitting in my drawer. I did recently pick it up, and like I've been playing with it and mixing it with other contours. And so when I started hating it, or not hating it, I just didn't like it anymore, I went and got the Tower 28 sculpting contour slash bronzer, and I went to Mexico and it melted, so that's why it's like all to one side, because it was sitting like that and melted and went down. I do like this one. I like the consistency. I like the product. Like, I like how smooth it is. I just hate that I don't like the packaging. I wish it was more like a stick or like a liquid stick, you know? So I kind of stopped using it for that reason, and I think it was just a little way too dark for me. I don't remember, but I haven't really been using it. The other one that I got recently because I was looking for a bronzer to replace is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, and I got this one in medium tan, and you guys, a little bit goes like a long ways. Like, I kind of want to put some on to show you guys, but just a little bit goes a long ways. And so I do like this one. This has been my go-to since I got it to just like bronze. I'm not wearing any of it right now, but this has been my go-to. Great price, and it just gets the job done. Okay, moving on to blushes. My least favorite out of all the ones that I have is gonna be the Rare Beauty blush. I don't know if they all have the same formula, but I have the Bliss blush, and it just dries so freaking quick. Like, I tried it, and you know, as I'm sitting there, like I'll be like blending my concealer or whatever, and then I get there and it's like patchy, really dry. So I stopped using this probably like 2 weeks after I got it, because I just noticed that it started to dry out super fast. What I do is like I'll mix it maybe with my other ones and use it that way, but honestly it's just been sitting there. The formula is just way too dry for me. Okay, this is like a favorite of mine. I'm wearing it right now. It is a little pricey, but I swear a tiny bit goes such a long ways. I like do a little, the tiniest drop ever, because it spreads out so much and it's like a good consistency. But it's the NARS Orgasm liquid blush. I've had this for I don't know, I want to say like 6 months now, and I feel like I've barely it's barely gone down. But this one is fire, you guys. I love it. It's expensive, but it's a really, really good blush. Okay, these are like in my favorites too. I love Patrick, look, you can see yourselves, but I love Patrick Ta's blushes. Formula is freaking incredible. The pigmentation is like out there. If I had to choose between these two, I think I would go with Patrick Ta. I would try to find like the same shade in these, which this one that I have is She's Blushing. And you can tell that NARS is just a little bit more pink, but it almost goes. So this has been like my go-to. Today I put this one on because I was like looking at it and I was like, okay, I think it's time I wear it again. But Patrick Ta, his freaking formulas, this is everything. It's so perfect. And I can't wait to try more products from him. If there's a makeup brand that I'm gonna be willing to spend, it's definitely gonna be his because it's fire. The two shades that I have is She's Giving and She's Blushing. Both very beautiful. You get the cream version and then the powder. Both are super, super pigmented. My faves. I recently got the e.l.f. Glow Beauty Wand. It's a highlight. And I do really like it. I feel like when I add it, it just gives that like extra like shimmery look to your cheekbones. I don't always use it, but I have when I've gone out recently, like when we're going out for food or something. And I really like it. Again, very affordable. The e.l.f. brand is very affordable. So it's a great brand to check out if you're looking for more affordable makeup. Okay, moving on to powders. I feel like you can never go wrong with the Benefit powders. I have all these like minis that I got in this pack, and of course I have this one, which I really like. That's what I'm usually putting on my cheeks, but I haven't been putting on powder too much on my face just because it's been a little dry lately, so I'm trying to like just let it soak all the moisture. And then for my setting powder, I do have the One Size translucent powder. I tried this one and Laura Mercier one, and I feel like they're both kind of the same. I don't know what the price difference is. I do like this one by Patrick, the other Patrick. It's a good one, and I got the mini sample or the mini size just to make sure I was gonna like it. I got this as part of like my birthday gift also at Sephora. I think I actually got this and the Glow Recipe. I got it with my points, but it's Fenty Beauty Universal Setting and Blotting Powder, and this works pretty good. What I do with it is I just grab a brush and I go through it and I put it all over my face, and I feel like I can control how matte it gets. So I'll usually only do one and like that's it, because I don't really like my looks to look too matty most of the time. So I do like this one. I don't know if it's like my fave or anything like that, but I'm gonna use it till the end and then see how I feel about it. Mascaras, I don't have a favorite mascara. If you guys have a favorite mascara, please let me know. I'm tired of not finding the one. I tried this Milk Kush mascara and I think it was too dry, and then I have the Rare Beauty one, just a travel size one, which was working really well for me for a really long time, and now I'm just kind of over it. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go buy some like drugstore mascaras, I don't know, like 5 or 10, and just try them out and see which one I like the best. I'm gonna TikTok and just go shop for some. So for my brows, I am using the NYX brow pencil. Very affordable. It's great. I used to use the Huda Beauty, this one right here, and it was freaking awesome, you guys. I liked it, but it's freaking expensive, and I swear the amount of product that comes in there is like nothing. And I started realizing after like the 3rd or 4th time that I purchased it how quick I was going back for the product, and I was like, absolutely not. I cannot be spending like 20 bucks every like 3 weeks on this. So I got the NYX, and honestly it feels like a dupe. I'm probably gonna stick to this until I need to change it up, but for now I really, really like it. So this is a great dupe and very affordable if you're looking for a more affordable brow pencil. Brow gel. I've been trying to work with brow gel. I got the Morphe Clear brow gel. Hate it. I hate it. It leaves my eyebrows flaky, it leaves them white, and I just don't really like how they look at the very end. I feel like they look so crusty, so I'm gonna try another gel brow. I'm not sure what I'll go to yet, but I don't recommend the Morphe one. It's just not the biz. And then this setting spray, I swear I've had since like I started wearing makeup. Not this one, but I've been using this one. But it's the Urban Decay All Nighter, the black one, because I think there's like a lighter one. And fire. This is just like key. This is just like essential in like every girl's makeup. Now for like overall powder, I have been dying to try Charlotte's powders. Leslie has like the bronze one, I think, and it's just so good. Like, again, I think it's just the formula. It's so good, but it's just so expensive. So I did try this e.l.f. matte bronzer for my cheeks, and it's pretty good. Like it's you can use it, you know, but it's but it's not like, oh my god, you know. I got the shade Forever Sunkissed. I do feel like a little bit, I put a little bit and it makes me look so dark. I think I just got it too dark, but like it's okay. I'm gonna keep using it until I can find a better affordable one, or until I can try Charlotte's. So I don't even want to touch too much into eyeshadow palettes because I never have my eyeshadow done. I'm very like just plain and natural when it comes down to eyeshadow. But I do want to show you guys this one that I've had for freaking years. I actually got this as a birthday present from Anel like years ago. And Anel, if you're watching this, yes, I still have this. But it's the Dose of Color, the Desi and Katie palette. And I just love it because it has these like browns and like pink browns that are really, really nice. And so those, it doesn't look like it, but those were like my go-to for a really long time, and I just could never get rid of this palette because it's just like perfect for me. So I'm gonna keep it until it no longer works or it's expired or something. Another one that is pretty fire because it has like all like the nice cool brown tones is the Naked Urban Decay, the Heat one. I know this one's like pretty old too. I have not bought any new eyeshadow palettes, like none at all. There are a couple that I've seen on TikTok that I want to try, but I'm just working with like what I've had. So this one my dad actually got for me, and it just holds like a really big sentimental, emotional value to me, and so I don't think I'll ever get rid of this. Like I think I'm probably gonna keep this forever, but I really like the colors that it has. It has a ton of light colors, browns, and then the red browns, and it's just a really, really, really pretty palette. And I should probably like put it out more so I can use it more like I do with my does. But yeah, those are probably my favorite ones because they just have like the best browns. I curled my lashes like hours ago and like they haven't came down. So I'll show you guys my eyelash curler. I got it at Sally's. It's Japonesque. This is what it looks like. It says Japonesque right there. It's just black, but I don't know. I don't know if it's the rubber. I don't know if it's like the shape. I don't know, but I really love this eyelash curler. Okay, so I would love to go through all my lipsticks and my lip gloss, but I feel like that's a whole vlog of its own because I'll probably spend like an hour on this. But let me show you guys my like top glosses that I'm using right now. You can't go wrong with the Sephora branded glosses. This is an outrageous, insane fire. The Fenty ones are also fire. I have the Heat and then the Cream. Both super, super good. 100% recommend. Love for glosses. I recently got this Maybelline one. It's actually the one that I'm wearing today and I love it. Affordable, and it just sits on your lips so, so good. If you guys have never tried the Sephora branded lip liners, you're missing out. They're affordable and they have so many colors. My favorite right now is the Hot Sauce. It's such a cute color, but let me put you guys on these lip liners. Go check them out. Affordable, and they twist so you don't even have to sharpen, which you can sharpen, but you can also just twist. This is the after of my organization. I put all my main products here. I left this for brushes, and then for my sponges, my blushes, my go-to palettes, and then these, which are like to like set your powder. Nia got them on Shein and they were really, really cheap. She got 2 packs, so she gave me one. But yeah,
recommend getting these on Shein because they're so much cheaper than buying like celebrity light ones. That, my friends, wraps up this vlog for you guys. I hope some of you can relate to some of the products that I touched base on that I really loved. And if there are products out there that you guys think I should try, just as always, please let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to check them out. All right, friends, have a great night or a great day or a great morning, depending when you're watching this.